All right, we're back. So the second question that ChatGPT came up with while we were having the conversation was, what would you say was the most significant benefits or changes you noticed after completing the second time, right? So 100% is the mindset, the physical part of it, and the spiritual part of it, right? So the mindset part of it is, extremely beneficial. It's a huge benefit, right? So significant benefit or changes you notice after completing it the second time. So yeah, the mental, physical, and spiritual, right? So those three, and I'm going to break them all down. So the mental part of it, benefit of it, is that you really learn so much more about yourself, and you learn how capable you are to do things when you set your mind to it, right? So like when you focus on the task, when you focus on what you got to do, you learn to prioritize, what it is you got to get done. And now, mind you, that's just the tasks on the list, right? So, the two workouts, 45 minutes each, one of them has to be outside, right? They cannot be back to back. They have to be 3 to 4 hours separated. That's 100% in the book, in everything, blogs, vlogs, everything that you see. There has to be a gap in between the 45-minute workouts, and one of them has to be outside, right? The other thing is you got to drink a gallon of water, right? So you drink a gallon of water the whole day. It doesn't matter if you're doing 2 workouts a day, right? The way you're supposed to be doing it, then you need water, like straight up and fucking down. Like there's no, oh, my body's too big, my body's too small. Like, so tired of hearing that shit. I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm just like, I would hear it and I'd be like, I'd hear people say it and I'm just like, I block it because I'm like, that's an excuse. Like if you're doing 2 workouts a day, right? And the minimum is 45 minutes. So you could go over if you wanted to, and it counts, right? You got 24 hours in a day. So it's more than enough time to do an hour and a half of working out, right? If again, you prioritize and you focus. So the mindset, it gets you ready for that, right? Like the mindset, you realize that you can do so much more in a day when you put your mind to it, right? So again, it's the 2 workouts, it's the gallon of water, it's the 10 pages from a book, about a professional or personal development book. It is taking a photo. It is following a diet, right? It can be any diet, right? Meaning like a healthy diet. So whether you want to track your macros and you can eat, whatever it is that you're going to eat within the macros, right? So if you have, for example, I had 2,700, about like a 2,700 calorie, in the beginning, 2,700 calorie a day, macro, calculation, right? And I did that through the First Form app because everything I do is through First Form. It's been what's helped me in all of my success, and I'm going to continue to use it, recommend it, so on and so forth. First Form, I'm with them for life. All right. So pretty much I would track my macros, 2,700 calories a day, and then that was for the beginning. Then pretty much the macros, I realized that I needed to up my macros, right? So I needed to have a little bit more calories to my diet because I was really, really, really working out, and I was in a super caloric deficit for the amount of working out that I was doing. And particularly, starting to train for high rocks. Well, not only training for high rocks, but competing in a high rocks, right? My first high rocks with Frank. Shout out to Reps, shout out to Frank, shout out to Kenny, shout out to my brother Jumpman Jay. You already know we got after it. We're going to come back and do it again. And then after training for high rocks and competing in the high rocks, which was awesome. I mean, that was amazing. Then getting ready to train for the Berlin Marathon. So I went like I haven't had a break of training, right? At all. And I'm recovering smart. Like I'm not like beating my body up every day. Like I'm 100% listening to my body, pushing it when I got to push it. Taking it easy when I got to take it easy. Well, I'm pushing it a lot. I'm not really taking it easy, but I'm pushing it a lot. Like I work out every day. Even walking. If I got to walk, or ruck, that's working out. You know what I mean? So the workouts, right? So did the workouts, did the training, the photo, the calories, right? So I upped my calories. That's what I was saying. So like I upped my calories from 27 to 3,000. And after reading Andy Frisella's book, you could, again, you just have to follow a diet, right? So it doesn't mean that you're stuck to that diet for the entirety of the 75 hard. Like for example, if you're doing a keto diet and you want to switch to a low carb diet, you know, high protein, you could do that. You just got to follow the diet. You got to stick to the diet, but you got to, like, again, stick to the diet that's going to help you get healthier and get real results, right? At least that's how I understood it when I read the book of Mental Toughness by Andy Frisella. So that was huge, right? Because in the first time I did it, I was literally at a 2,500 calorie macro diet, and I had to hit 20. I could never go over 2,500 calories, and I couldn't miss 200 grams of protein. That was the minimum, right? So I had to hit 2 macros, 2 numbers, right? And I did. The first time I did, it was hard as fuck, because I would be really, like, I would be so hungry because I was working out so much. I was running so much. It was really, really, really hard, but I got through it, and thank God I never broke anything. You know, obviously the results are they're there. Like, people saw it, people seen me, and man, I really, you know, kicked ass the first time. This time around too, I kicked ass, but I knew a lot more because of after doing it the first time and reading Andy Frisella's book, the book on mental toughness. So that really, really helped out. I highly recommend that book. It's a great, great, great book for everything, for mindset, for physical, for understanding 75 hard, for understanding the Live Hard program, the entire program, phase 1, phase 2, and then phase 3. It just gives you the entire breakdown, and you just, that's it. Like, you stick to it. If you got to ask a question, you know, obviously that question is because you're trying to compromise or figure out what you can and can't do. It's very simple. It says it what it says, and then you just do what you got to do. Like, you get more details in the book than anything else, right? Like, if you don't understand after reading that book how the program is set up and how it runs, well, then you have other things going on, I guess, that you need to figure out with you. Maybe you're asking too many damn questions, and you just got to get to it. Like, stop being nervous and just get to it, okay? And I'm saying that because that was me. I was like, oh man, I don't know about this, but it's just like, keep it simple. Just do it. Like, this is what it says, you know. Do the workout outside. Do the workout. Do the second workout. Drink a gallon of water. Take a photo. Read your 10 pages. You know, eat your follow a diet. No cheating. No alcohol. You know, so those are, you know, pretty much that's the list right there. That's what you got to do for 75 hard. So the mental part is extremely beneficial. Obviously, the physical part of 75 hard is a byproduct of everything that you're doing, the 2 workouts, the water, the eating healthy. Like, that's just a byproduct of all your hard work, is that physical part. The spiritual part now is something totally different, because like, the spiritual part is different because now you have to really lean on, like, you got to lean on your faith. You got to believe in something. You got to lean on your faith. Whatever you believe in, whatever the higher power is that you believe in, God, Allah, you know, whatever it may be, however you label your higher power, or, you know, your faith in God or higher power, you need that, especially to get through all these tasks. And not only that, but to allow your brain to, like, fully understand that you are so much more capable of doing hard things. So again, the mental, the physical, and the spiritual, they all connected. And there's super benefits from, you know, understanding more of the energy of the spirit, of the spirits, right? Not only that, but understanding the physical part, like what your body's capable of doing, so much more. The benefits of that are great. You're going to be in great shape. You're going to be in great health. And again, the mental is, you know, you build this mental fortitude. You realize, you know, that you can get through anything. The first time, and I'm going to talk about this. So the first time I did 75 hard, my godfather, who was extremely near and dear to me in my life growing up as a child, up until, you know, early adult, but I would say about maybe like 25, like the age of 24, 25. You know, my godfather was very much in my life, and very much super, you know, big mentor, beneficial, like, to me becoming a man and understanding how, take care of like life, like just do things, like do good things. So unfortunately, and the first time I did 75 hard, he was diagnosed with ALS. He's the third person in my life that's had ALS, and unfortunately passed away from ALS. ALS is a Lou Gehrig's disease. There's more questions than answers, I believe, with that illness and that disease. I lost my cousin Petey, I lost my cousin Javi, and my godfather. All have passed away from ALS. So I've had three people in my immediate life, like these people I all knew and grew up with. These weren't like passing people, like, hey, what's going on? I see him. No, like these people were all like, I have many, many fond, great memories of all three of them. So they were very near and dear to me. And, with my faith, I believe that they're still with me every day. So, and I, pray for them, and I know they're around. But he passed away the first time I did 75 hard. And it was really, really hard for me to like move forward. But because of the tasks and because of the program, I was able to execute all of those tasks, even when he passed, and in my grieving and in my sadness. And then it just became that much more of a determination to like really, just complete it and get it done, because of him passing away, and me feeling like, like, all right, well, you got to move forward. Like, you got to think of all the good memories and all the happy times. So there's no question that 75 hard, the program, it helps. I mean, it helps mentally, it helps physically, and it helps spiritually. And, maybe another time I'll definitely be able to dive in a little bit deeper in regards to that moment, because I wrote it down. I wrote stuff down. I journaled in regards to that and how I felt. And, another time we'll be able to reflect on that. So those are the big benefits mentally, physically, and spiritually that I got from this round and the last round. Well, the two times I did 75 hard. So yes, more to come.